hear you now.
So, well, hello. Well, firstly, I just have to get this story out because first of all, I actually need to practice because I'm going to tell this story on the podcast tomorrow.
Okay.
But okay, so I took a little edible tonight, and I've got this friend who I've been meaning to connect with for a long time. It's totally just a friend, and I been meaning to connect with them. They're like it's kind of like we have like a business relationship. I want to like host this thing, and I've done it before. And anyway, I was like looking to see if I'll do it again this year, right? So I've been meaning to connect with them, and so I get a message from them on Instagram, and I think this is a little strange. Like I don't usually hear from them on Instagram, but they always hit me up the same way. They're like, "When are you going to be in LA?" And I'm like, "Well, actually, I'll be there tomorrow." And I was like, and they're like, "Great. I live over in this neighborhood. You can come over, or we can get coffee." I was like, "Great, let's do that." We've been meaning to get coffee because it's something that we talk about doing all the time, is to get coffee. And I'm like, "Great, this is great. Let's meet in West Hollywood. Is that okay?" And he's like, "Well, it's kind of far. Why don't you just come over?" And I was like, "Well, great. I'll have Liam with me." Liam is a friend of ours.
Yeah, I know
friend.
Liam.
Liam, you know
Yeah,
Liam.
I love Liam.
And this person that I've been trying to connect with knows Liam, and Liam knows this person. So they don't bat an eye, and they go, "Great, bring Liam." And then I leave the message at that, and I look back and I get a message, and it says, "Do you want to exchange pictures now?" And I go, "What? Do you want to exchange pictures now?" And I'm like, "Wait, no. This is not that kind of date." That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, "Well, it's very unprofessional." How unprofessional of this person, this business associate, that I know, to push it this way. I was like, "This is just horribly unprofessional. I can't believe it."
You're like,
Yes. I'm like, "What is going on? What do you mean you want to exchange photos? We're going to get coffee and Liam's going to be there. What are you thinking?" And
it's 100%, that means dick pics. There's no other,
exactly.
There's no other possibility.
Yes. Well, Caroline, I looked a little closer. I was messaging somebody with the same name and similar looking profile picture because I'm stoned.
No.
I set up to meet this random guy that I had just connected with on Instagram. Like somebody is like, "Here, give me your Instagram," and I felt bad, so I followed you back. So I set up a coffee date with a complete stranger. Could you imagine if he would have never said that crazy thing? I would have brought Liam and we would have showed up to this guy's house for coffee.
Wait, hold on. Back the truck up. So
yeah,
you know somebody who has a similar name to somebody that you got confused and you assume this is the person that you have a relationship with already. Therefore, you were in disbelief that they were asking to, and instead, no, it's just some.
Like, he has always been a constant professional. Why is he asking for dick pics?
Oh my God!
Isn't that unreal? Like I was gagged. I can't even tell you the name. Like here, if you mute the stream, I want to tell you the two names.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Tell me when you.
Okay, I'm not going to say the names. Those names are not similar enough.
What? What are you talking about?
Austin, those are two.
When they're all smushed together in tiny letters and you're stoned? Come on, they're very close.
Okay, maybe I forgot about the being stoned. But they are different enough.
Well, but imagine they're all smushed together, because Instagram doesn't like break it out. And then also they have photos on their profile. They both have photos on their profile of wearing pink suits. And that was like I thought I'd seen those photos, and so I didn't even bat an eye at the profile picture because you can't really see it unless it's in a little circle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like Caroline, I'm just dying of the idea that I would have fucking shown up to have coffee.
You know who?
This person.
Okay, honestly though, Liam is the perfect person to be with in a situation like that where you show up and you realize that you actually have, it's the wrong person.
Yeah, or I literally showed up to if you would imagine, if he would have just played it cool and not been like, would you like to do, no, he literally phrased it, would you like to do a photo exchange? What? No! What? Like we're courting each other.
Oh my God!
Century England, would you like to do a photo exchange?
Shall we do the exchanging of the photos?
Shall we do the photo exchange? Shall we do the ceremonial photo exchange?
Yeah, people are saying you self-catfished. So wait, did you end up saying to him like, oh my God, how dare you? Or you didn't respond?
No, I didn't even respond because I was shocked. I literally went to call Liam to be like,
oh my God, because now you're, wait. Oh my God, because now you're in a situation where you have a coffee. Wait.
No, I told him I have a coffee date with this guy and I don't even know, like I have to cancel.
Austin, hold on.
I don't know him.
Hold on, I'm confused. Wait, I need to clarify one thing.
Yeah.
Does the guy that you have the professional relationship with, who you were like thinking it was, he knows Liam?
Yes.
But why then?
This other guy doesn't know Liam at all, I don't think.
Wait, but that's who you were messaging though.
No, wait.
Hold on. Okay. You were messaging guy who you thought was other guy who you actually know, who you have a professional relationship with.
Right.
You said, can I bring Liam?
No, I didn't even say, can I bring him? I said, I'm bringing Liam.
Right.
Because they know each other so well. It's just like, yeah, Liam will be with me.
But were you messaging both these guys, or at what point did they switch?
No, I was messaging. No, they never switched. I received a DM that says, when are you going to be in LA? And my friend, who I was meaning to meet up with for a while, that's how he always messages me. And their names are so close, I assume that was the contact that I was talking to from the beginning. Okay,
but you were messaging the wrong guy, but that's who you said to, can I bring Liam?
Yeah, and I didn't even say, can I bring him?
Or that's who you said, I'm bringing Liam.
And I'm thinking maybe he thinks Liam is like my little dog.
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. That he just was like,
I'm going to bring Liam, and he didn't even want to ask any questions.
Right, that's what I mean.
Maybe he thinks I'm...
That's what I mean. That he was just like, okay.
Yes. No. And for those of you that are wondering if it was a number that was close to mine, no. This is not a number at all. This wasn't even a number. This was just an Instagram account. And again, I don't even fault them because I just am so stoned and the names are so similar. They don't even look the same. Okay. But like, I just mixed up the two people that I know. And I can't even blame this person. It's a little strange for a photo exchange, but like, I don't even know. What do I even say?
I don't know. Because now you have to. Oh my God.
Do I say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I thought you were someone else? Or do I say, oh no, that's not what this is, I'm so sorry?
No, you have to come clean.
No, what? No, I'll never come clean.
Because if,
the grave, Caroline.
No, listen, if you say, I'm so sorry, that's not what this is, they might still be like, oh, that's fine, I'll see you for coffee. Like, you have to, okay. You can't.
No. I obviously have to cancel. Right?
You obviously have to cancel
the date.
But then what I'm saying is this leaves open the door for that person to be like, oh, okay, reschedule or
yes. But,
you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I'm not interested like that because I have a boyfriend.
See, that's what okay.
I will say that, but I'm gonna play off the fact that and then
you have to close the door.
But I'm gonna say, that's what I'll say. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I have a boyfriend. I don't need a boy. I have a boyfriend. I'm not interested. And I'm so sorry that you got the wrong idea.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and then I can just kind of leave it at that, and then I
No.
don't have to like reschedule.
No, actually, I'm saying no. No. I'm saying no.
It's funny as fuck. You're saying no?
I'm saying no because you look like. I mean, okay. No, because you're still like, I said I have a boyfriend.
Yes.
So I didn't mean it like that. Then guess what? You're still going to coffee.
No. I'll cancel the coffee date. And I'll be like, oh, actually, on second thought, I don't have time for coffee.
So I guess if you're okay looking like a psycho, or okay looking like.
I mean, he's probably seen my clips, so
where
there's crazy.
But where he'd probably be like, why was he messaging me? What did he think this was for then?
Well, I mean, we had met on different terms. It was never. I didn't know this man at all. I don't know. I mean, I think I know where I met him, but I don't like recall. You guys follow people on Instagram? You're like, I don't know that.
Yeah, tell him that you have a wife.
Oh my God! But Caroline, do you follow some people and you're like, I don't know who the fuck this is? You guys don't?
No, I'm not gay though. I'm not a gay man.
I know, but like, because I will follow people will be like, hey, can I get your Instagram? And in a club or whatever, and I don't know if that's where I met this person, but I'll follow them back no matter who they are. And I don't know
what
because they're right in front of me and they have my phone, and I'm like, okay.
Oh no, I don't do that.
But I feel so guilty. Like, what am I supposed? They're like, here's my Instagram, and they put it in my phone, and I'm like, okay. Like, what am I supposed to be like? I'll do that later. Like, what the fuck, right in front of me? I feel so bad, you know? Like I feel so bad. Like like imagine that. I was like, oh God, like who the fuck am I?
No, because if they're asking you for your Instagram, they're asking you for your Instagram. There's no guarantee. You're not agreeing to follow them back.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I need to stand up for myself. Next time you see me at a club and you see me doing this, okay, I'm gonna message him right now and be like, oh my God.
Also, Christian is also on an edible and he has no idea what's happening.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God. And if I were to scroll up in our messages, he had swiped up on my thirst traps in the past. Oh no. But I didn't swipe up.
Oh, Austin. Oh my God. Okay. So one way we're going to.
Oh my God. This is how the message started. Hey man, hope things are well. And I thought it was my friend that I've been trying to connect with. So I said, hey, been thinking of you.
No, Austin.
I didn't know.
Austin!
I thought it was my friend.
Oh my God. This is what I mean by he's going to be like, oh my God, I feel so gaslit. I feel insane.
Oh,
what the fuck? When you go, oh, actually, I didn't mean it that way.
Oh no. I didn't know, chat.
Hey, I've been thinking of you.
No. Oh my fucking God. I literally thought I was messaging my friend and I had no idea because I was like, oh, like if Caroline, if you message me and you're like, hey, what's up? And I'd be like, oh my God, Caroline, I was just thinking of you. We need to get together. We need to catch up.
Yeah. So
I'm not thinking about as a hookup.
Hopefully you don't have anybody.
So
hopefully you don't have anybody following you on Instagram whose name is like Barreline Swan.
Well, if that were the case, I would have totally just like, oh my God, I didn't even know.
Austin, this is why I was trying to clarify. I was like, was there any point you were actually messaging? Like, where did the wires become crossed? That's why you being like, I'm going to bring Liam is even funnier. Fans, creators, they're usually not the ones running their accounts. This is usually, Dunham's made a point too that in many cases that was actually more than likely their agencies. Yes. Yeah. No, it's gross. It's gross, but yeah, the engagement baiting, I believe, is being done a lot of times not by creators themselves. I don't think it's good to be promoting that feature. No, I don't think the grok feature, I am so against it. But essentially, and I don't think this is what like Dream on Stardust was saying, but I'm just like, let's make the separation too, though, that people who are non-consensually generating these images, whether they are of adults or children, they are responsible for that. But fuck grok. Through and through. Like, fuck grok, fuck this fucking feature. And also, a lot of times with OnlyFans creators, especially successful ones, it's agencies who are doing this. Even if it were the creators themselves too, I think this is one of those cases that I prefer to protect the communal culture. No, I understand that. That's why, like, I hate this feature overall. Like, I do think it's important that this feature is not being openly promoted at all. I was just trying to throw a little nuance in there where it's like, but the people who are doing this non-consensually, fuck you. You are responsible for this. Do we need to go back to the conversation around consent? Right? Do we need to yet again talk about consent? Because the thing is, for a lot of these people, the whole point is the lack of consent. The whole point is the power that they feel, is the control that they have. Like I've said this before, but when the deepfake issue happened with content creators on this platform, cough, cough, atrioc, cough, cough. When I responded about the situation and I was condemning, what was happening, I had comments of men telling me that they were going to do it to me next, because the point is that I don't have power. The point is that they're saying I have power over you. I know you do not consent to it. I know you do not consent to this. And that is the point. That is what I like here. I feel like that whole issue was just real brushed over, but you know what? I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to move on. Yeah, you're right. Never apologize for that take. There are some things sometimes where I go, well, did we just all kind of forget about that? Especially because sometimes I know what's happening behind the scenes and I'm like, I don't know if we've sufficiently redeemed ourselves. That's just what I'm going to say. There are sometimes that that people do things and then there are kind of consequences to it, but also not really, and we just kind of move on. we just kind of move on. And it's just like the lasting repercussions that people who are the people who are victimized don't get a just move on from. And that's just something I don't think people ever consider. I don't think they consider the fact that this was not this is something that now happens all the time, that I have myself like tried to take down websites of where images, non-consensual pornographic images of female content creators that I know are on. And I felt like maybe this could have been an opportunity for people on this platform to really speak out against this and try and just try and take it seriously. All right. Anyway. Anyway, so what happened in pop culture last year? So many things happened in pop culture. So many things happened in pop culture. I hate that data misogyny. The things we have to just accept and move on from is gross, and this is coming from a man. Okay. SAR. We have 2025 pop culture recap. The background image is quite literally how we started in 2025, which is really something. The Cybertruck on fire in front of the Trump Tower. Oh, wait. It literally says camera here. Oh, it's funny. Okay. We have Tom Holland and Zendaya getting engaged. Zendaya showing off the 5.02 carat ring. That's a lot of carats. That's a lot of carats on the 2025 Golden Globes red carpet. The ring that shook the world. Migration to Red Note. The Chinese social media platform known as Xiaohongshu was flooded with US users when the Supreme Court upheld a law on January 19th that TikTok be divested from ByteDance or be shut down. Yeah, remember for a moment when everyone was Chinese? Everybody Chinese. More than 700,000 users joined within 2 days. Chinese users were excited and welcoming, helping students with their homework and sharing their culture. You know, there were a lot of big moments last year that I think really helped further dismantle a lot of the anti-China propaganda. The migration to Red Note obviously speeds content trip in China. The Labubu. Well, I thought the Labubu came from Korea. Where did the Labubu come from? Okay. It's Labubu originated Hong Kong. Labubu were storybook characters created by the artist Kei Sing Lung, who was born in Hong Kong, moved to the Netherlands at age 7. Okay, so you know what? We'll throw the Labubu in there. The Labubu is is, 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 the American children. China, but it's Blackpink Lisa. Yes, I remember, and I'm sure we have a slide on Labubu, but I remember when Lisa did that video with the Labubu, and then there was just an explosion. He became a billionaire for Labubu. Did that make him a billionaire? That is wild. I mean, a labillionaire. He became a labillionaire. Okay, anyway, it was a good year for breaking through anti-Chinese propaganda. Hi. Then we have the Los Angeles fires that began in the Palisades on January 7th and was contained on January 31st. The spread was quick due to powerful Santa Ana winds and drought conditions. The fire spread across 23,448 acres, killed 12 people, destroyed 6,837 structures. On October 8th, an arrest was made where a man was charged with 3 felony counts of arson. And didn't he use ChatGPT or something that's now going to be evidence in his trial? Didn't he say like ChatGPT, what happens if you set an entire town on fire? It was something like that. And then he fled to Florida. Oh God. And killed David Lynch. Yes. Remember when Jamie Lee Curtis called the Palisades a mini Gaza? Oh, I do indeed. Remember 2025, the amount of times that Jamie Lee Curtis just said the absolute worst thing?
Thousands of Southern California residents have made harrowing escapes as devastating wildfires bear down on the Los Angeles area. Some fled by foot, some by car, and some by the grace of good Samaritans. There are now 6 fast-moving wildfires raging around LA County, including the Pacific Palisades blaze and the Eaton fire in Altadena. The 6th fire, called the Sunset Fire, broke out last night in the Hollywood Hills area. Officials say the fires have killed at least 5 people and have burned down nearly 2,000 homes and structures, including ones owned by celebrities Billy Crystal, Mandy Moore, and Paris Hilton.
Yes, or celebrities Caroline Kwan and Will Neff, who lived in an apartment building that was very close by one of the fires, and they had to evacuate. And celebrity Caroline Kwan said to other celebrity Will Neff, hey, we have approximately 5 minutes or we are going to be gridlocked. Only take what is absolutely necessary. We need to leave right now. And then Will Neff decided to pack up an entire suitcase that included his Pokemon cards. And in fact, they did get gridlocked. They were not able to leave. They had to abandon their car and set off on foot and walked over a mile with their dog until they were picked up by celebrity Hasan Piker, who was streaming live on Twitch. I will tell y'all that I am aware that a lot of people suffered in enormous ways, and we were lucky that the night the fires broke out near us, the winds were manageable enough that they could do the helicopter, have the helicopters drop water on the blazes. One major reason that the Palisades, what the hell? I can't.
Thousands of Southern California residents.
There we go. One reason that the fires that initially broke out spread so rapidly and they really couldn't do much about it is because the winds were the Santa Ana winds, which are very, very powerful, were so intense that they had to ground all air support. And so there was just like nothing that could be done. And we just watched as these blazes spread so fast and so wide. So I feel grateful. I feel lucky that it was not worse for us, but I will say that was an experience I never hope to have again. Evacuating your home on foot with ash everywhere, with noise and chaos, and not knowing if you were going to return to your home, not bringing anything with you besides Pokemon cards, except he ended up leaving them because we ditched the car. We ditched the car. We were like, we have to go. And it was a very scary feeling. It was very intense. And then coming back to our apartment and it just reeking of smoke. That was before I knew you. Were you able to retrieve all your belongings from your apartment eventually? What happened to your car? So what we had done with our car is we were, luckily we were at a part in our garage that we could pull into a guest parking spot. So we didn't block the other cars. Not that anybody was going anywhere, but that was what was happening is people were just getting out of their cars. They were just abandoning them because it was so gridlocked. Nobody was moving anywhere, just laying on their horns. You could see the blazes. You could see the fires in the very close background. And it just created all this chaos and this issue with no one being able to go anywhere because people were blocking the road and abandoning cars. So we pulled into a guest spot, and then we eventually, we were able to go back to our place, but it smelled really, really heavily of smoke. Before I knew you, I have been changed for good. I went to UCSB, and the times I had to bike through falling ash were so eerie. It really felt apocalyptic. It was such a bizarre feeling because there was like this surrealism with just how much chaos there was, but then also, I don't know how to describe it. It was like the ash just falling silently from the fires in the distance and just not being able to comprehend what was happening. I was like, this is not real. Remember when Natasha Lyonne tried saying David Lynch agreed with her on AI in an interview directly after he passed? Yeah, no, she was fucked for that.
Thousands of Southern California.
Oh my God, stop. How do I go to the next? Okay, yeah. Okay, so anyway, the fires. Wow, what a horrible January. I will say though, it did make me feel a love for my city that I don't know if I had felt for a long time. There was something about just seeing people come together, all the organizing that was done, all the volunteering, neighbors helping neighbors. There was just this real solidarity. There's this camaraderie. The collective trauma bonds you. It does. Yeah, it really is. It really is trauma bonding. Okay. Next up, Beyonce wins Album of the Year. At the 67th Grammys, Beyonce gave us a new reaction meme after winning Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter and was prompted by Blue Ivy to take the stage. She was the first Black woman to win the award for Best Country Album.
Grammy goes to...
And no, it definitely didn't produce any racist reactions. I will say, though, my take at the time is my take now, which is that I think I liked Cowboy Carter. I don't think it's the album that Beyonce should have gotten Album of the Year for, but I do think this was a was kind of a legacy award. It was kind of a, yeah, we've fucked up in the past not giving you AOTY for albums that are better than Cowboy Carter. But it was, I think it was like a really big moment too, because of all the racists screaming that black people can't make country music. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I guess we forgot the origins of country.
Cowboy Carter.
And then they have changed the Grammy rules. They have changed the country category because a black woman won one time. Very cool. Yeah, I do love Blue Ivy being like, go, get up. Get up, Mom. Oh my God. A topic that I covered for hours. Carla Sofia Gascon and the Oscars. In late January, offensive social media posts recirculated online. Posts included vilifying Muslims, attacking China for COVID-19, and commenting on the 2020 murder of George Floyd. By the way, she just said she loves Sinners. She's like, do people like me again? Hey, I loved Sinners. I'm just like you. She later apologized, claiming she was misunderstood, and said, I'm neither racist nor anything that all these people have tried to make others believe I am. And the funniest part of this is that it was all there. And it was not until Sarah Hagi simply just searched on Carla Sofia Gascon's Twitter and went, whoa, look at all these really racist tweets. Her talking about the previous Oscars being an Afro-Korean festival because God forbid black or Asian people have any recognition. Then it turns into an Afro-Korean festival, which sounds awesome, by the way. But yeah, Sarah posted screenshots of the tweets, was like, hello? Not even deleted, not archived, just totally public. The fumbling that happened, generational fumble. Amelia Perez, and not just KSG, but Amelia Perez in general, the generational fumble on the Oscars. Yes, this also brought us penis to vagina, which we could not escape. It's legendary because EP is a disaster and she sunk the entire movie's chances. Yeah. And when this happened, I was like, is this still happening? Do these people not have PR agencies, or they themselves going, you know what? People left and right are still having their racist tweets dug up. I should probably go delete mine. Nope. Because even after Carla Sofia Gascon's Twitter fiasco, we've still had this happen. And it will continue to happen. Just whoever the next celebrity, influencer, etc. is, whose racist tweets are exposed. They really never learn. They really do not. Remember when they went and started singing in their speech? Yes, I do. A very painful moment. Award season 2025. Best Actress in a Motion Picture went to Demi Moore for The Substance, but later at the Oscars, Mikey Madison won Best Actress for her role in Anora. Zoe Saldana won Best Supporting Actress and was so... Zoe Saldana was another person last year where I went, yeah, you shouldn't open your mouth. Girl, you know, I've liked you as an actress, but you keep saying things that make me cringe. Yikes. Her press in her pursuit to win the Oscar and just the machine she was in generating bad takes. Yeah, was her Oscar trans or non-binary? Yeah, now Zoe Saldana, who just came out to talk about the Na'vi in Avatar and was like, the Na'vi are actually racist. As if she's justifying the colonization that the Na'vi are victim of. She keeps going. This is what I mean by Zoe is an actress who I'm like, I don't need to hear you keep saying stuff because it's not good. It's not good. I did not need to hear that take. Yeah, it's like you've done 3 fucking movies now. You've done 3 movies and that is your conclusion? No, because I love her in Avatar. That made me have to put my phone down. I'm like, how? Girl, how? Anyway, Anora took home 5 of the 6 awards it was up for at the Oscars, including Best Picture. Hannah Einbinder wins an Emmy and concludes her speech with the iconic line, "Go Birds, fuck ICE, and free Palestine." Owen Cooper became the youngest male Emmy winner for his role in Adolescence. Chappell Roan wins Grammy for Best New Artist and calls out music executives. Netherland win documentary feature. And I think the problem with just to run back okay, so she was promoting Avatar Fire and Ash. And the exact quote she said, "Let's face it, Neytiri's a racist, and she loses sight because of this blind fury that she has. She loses sight that the person that she loves the most and respects the most in her life is her husband, and he is human." And I feel like her using the term racist was not the right term to express her character's treatment of her, her husband, their son, just her overall conflict, because I think what she was doing was, to be fair, that do be her storyline on the 3rd movie. It was just the wrong term. Yeah. This is what I mean by, one, I don't fucking care about these movies in the first place, but she's very traumatized. She has prejudice that is her traumatic history with human colonizers who have killed her people, who have destroyed her home, who have sucked life from her culture, and she's hostile. Some people on the internet were like, speciest is a better term. But yeah, I just think the way that Zoe was talking about it, it also felt like she didn't have empathy for her own character by, I think, so generalizing her like that and not really being specific in the way that was required. To me, that demonstrates an actor who is first of all, judging their character. And that's like not something you're supposed to do as an actor. Even if you are playing the worst villain ever, as an actor, if you come in and your read on your character is like judgmental, is very critical of them, is not kind of not doing, and I'm not saying that like Zoe does a bad job. I'm just saying the way that she was expressing it comes across as an actor who doesn't have empathy for the own character that she's playing, which puts their performance as an actor into question for me. Yes. Yeah. Like, this is something where if you listen to actors talk about actors who have played legendary villains, people who have done just really just famous for playing some of the great villains that we have. And you will never hear them talk about their characters in a way that's kind of one-dimensional in that sense. And that feels as if, first and foremost, they are judging their characters. Mads Mikkelsen, and that's why Mads plays such great villains. And that's why too, there is a clear separation when also it's the writing as well. But you can tell when someone comes in and is playing a villain in a way that they are only presenting villain as like doing evil things to do evil things. I wonder if she's tired of the Avatar gig or maybe frustrated with it. She's been doing it for how long? I mean, I don't know. She has been doing it forever. She's got how many more movies? How many more Avatar films are there going to be? There's 2 more written but not confirmed. Me thinks maybe there's too many at this point. I don't know. I just never really got the Avatar thing. I can sit there and appreciate certain elements, but I never really I just never really kind of looked at that franchise as one that I was excited. Couldn't wait for the next movie. I really didn't think the second one was very good. One was good, 2 was what's going on here. What's going on here? Anyway, to conclude on Zoe Saldana, I think this is something she frequently does where she doesn't know how to communicate. And she will say things that just make you raise an eyebrow and go, oof. Oofda. Like when she was talking about, what was the one thing that she said in the press room after she won an Oscar? What did Zoe say after winning her Oscar? Oh, yeah. She was like, the women in Amelia Perez are universal figures. And that these could be women anywhere, including in Gaza. Where you just kind of hear that and go, huh? You say you were making a film about 4 women who could have been anywhere, like they could have been Dominican or Russian or black from Detroit, or could have been from Israel, or could have been from Gaza. I don't think so. I think you made a different movie than you actually made. And this was in response to the criticism from Mexicans. This was from Mexicans who, so the reporter asked her, the reporter was Mexican and said, this film, less has been said about Mexico, which is the heart of this film. And it feels like you just kind of utilized it as a prop and used a lot of stereotypes, didn't even really employ Mexican people in the film. And then that's why Zoe was like, no, these were universal. These women could be any women. She's on my list of people who need to have their black card reviewed. I mean, also her playing Nina Simone doing blackface. Ay, ay, ay. Brianna, thank you for the 4 months. Quite rough. But they aren't. I know. They aren't.
I was just looking for my mom.
I know.
You know, because I just...
So you got up on the stage and...
Oh, a video of, yeah, I was like, where's that coming from? Okay, I could spend an entire hour relitigating everything from Amelia Perez, but moving on. Owen Cooper becomes the youngest male Emmy winner for his role in Adolescence. Chappell Roan wins Grammy for Best New Artist and calls out music executives. No Other Land won documentary feature. And then later, Israel kidnapped one of the No Other Land Oscar-winning creators and beat him. And yeah. We're basically sending a message of, you think that Oscar's going to protect you? We have the full power of the United States. And then also I believe another person who was involved in making the film was actually killed. Emmys weird donation segment. During the 2025 Emmys, host Nate Bargatze announced that a total of $100,000 would be donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America, but with a catch. The donation would begin to dwindle if an acceptance speech went over the 45-second mark. For every second over the donation, it would remove $1,000 and be shown on the screen. If speeches were less than $1,000 per second, $1,000 per second would be added. And it just created this really weird, awkward, uncomfortable vibe. Winners who were just rushing through their speeches. And then it was the only bit. It was the only bit, and it was just not orchestrated well. And then when Nate found out the Emmys weren't paying for it, yeah, when he was on the hook, himself, and he's like, yeah, I kind of just assumed that these companies, Netflix or somebody else who won, or CBS, that somebody with a lot more money than me would be paying this, but I guess not. Made the Emmys feel like a telethon. Yeah, it was strange. Gym bro routine. Oh my God. Ashton Hall posts his viral morning routine video to TikTok, which took the internet by storm, still trying to figure out what happens in those 4 minutes that he's diving into the pool. His videos include a facial ice bath, drinking now viral Saratoga water, and again, the 4-minute dive into the pool. Remember this? I don't understand how someone wastes time like this.
So we're going to be serious about the Lord's business.
One of my favorite parts. It's already been 2 hours. 2+ hours. Got up at 3 a.m. to do 3 push-ups. Okay, this part. 7:36. 7:36, 7:40 a.m. Did he like go into a portal? Did he find the one spot in the universe? There's a space-time continuum. What happened? Did he teleport? He glitched midair?
That's it.
Banana on the face.
So looking at it, bro, we got to go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
At least 10,000. Nameless, faceless woman who just makes him food and gives his Saratoga water. Yeah, just looking at it, bro, we need to get at least 10,000. 10,000 what? I don't know. 10,000 Saratoga bottles. I don't know. The bacon looks depressing. 10,000 eggs. 10,000 bot followers. The thank you always kills me. Like, doesn't look at her. Nameless, faceless, just there to make his food and give it to him. Who was that guy? So that is Ashton Hall. But of course, after this video comes out and it goes viral, then you had a lot of people trying to do this type of morning routine, influencer routine, gym bro routine. It's so well designed to be internet bait. It really is. Yeah, Eric Adams did one. Uh-huh. Yeah. Eric Adams was like, surely this will make me popular. Everyone will forget about the fact that I did fraud with Turkey. The clock, yeah, Eric Adams and the clock showing a completely different time. And now we go to Turkey. New York is the New Delhi of America. All right, JD Vance kills Pope Francis, sort of. The memes were good this day, I will say. Pope Francis died at 88, the Vatican later stating the cause of death was a stroke followed by heart failure. This came shortly after a meeting that he had with John Don Vance. In the news of his death, the fan account Pope Crave, which I interviewed the ladies of Pope Crave, and it was very fun. It was a great, entertaining conversation. OMG, Caroline, I have to tell you a story. Can I call you? Sure. We were just talking about how JD Vance killed the Pope. We're just recapping. We're just recapping some of pop culture from last year. Austin Show from the Fear and Podcast. Oh, he's calling me on Discord. Oh, you're Discord calling.
Hello. Happy New Year to you.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Why can I not hear him?
Can you hear me?
Hold on a second. Input.
Tell me when.
Austin, is you guys can hear him? Wait, why the fuck can't Wait, hold on. You can hear him. Okay.
I can hear me.
Let me figure out why. Oh my God, this is on my end. Okay, wait, let me switch something.
I am high as fuck right now. Oh my
Windows
God.
Default. Input device. Roadcaster. He also hears me. Okay, so you can hear him. He hears me. Now, why can I?
You know when you're
hear
so
him?
high and you're just like,
okay, don't.
you
have
can't
it
really go to
muted.
sleep because you're
Is
my.
he
You
telling
know what I
the
mean?
story?
You're a little too
Just
high.
tell it to chat.
No, I'm not gonna tell it to chat.
What?
A little too high to fall asleep. Just like it may be your last
high,
time, so
okay.
you gotta come down a little bit before you go to bed.
Voice chat. Why can I not hear shit? What? Roadcaster 2? Okay, I have that. Default. What the fuck?
What is she doing? What is going
Austin,
on?
I might have to call you on my phone. I don't know why I can't hear. Let me call. Wait, let me hang up. I'm going to try to call you. Let's see.
Hello?
Not that I think that's going to make a change.
Hello? Here, I'll call you on my
Video
phone.
settings.
I'll call your phone.
Nope.
Oh, she can't hear me, so why the fuck am I telling her that?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna call
Caroline,
him.
I know you can hear me.
Shoot. Mr. Show.
Hello, Caroline Kwan. It's Austin Cho from the Beer and Podcast.
I can hear